All right, shalom, Most High and Christ bless. Happy Sabbath to everybody tuning in across the globe. All praises to the Most High in Christ. We are back again live on the Lord's Sabbath day, and all praises to the Most High because there's a lot of chaos going on, and we know the Lord is in control of all things. All right, so we as a people must settle down, must understand why these things are happening, and part of that understanding is to really grasp that we are still in biblical times. Tonight's topic is really a public service announcement. The 4th of July, death around the corner. The 4th of July, death around the corner. It has already started, folks. Let's just be honest. All right. This is the Lord's Sabbath day. We hold it from Friday night to Saturday night, tuck in, but you better make it a whole weekend, especially this weekend right here. Share this video to continually, because there's a lot of murders, a lot of deaths for this weekend. I went back, I was doing the research, and we've been doing this for quite some time. But I was going back and I was looking, I said, wow, every single 4th of July, so many deaths is happening. It's been happening like that for a very long time. And what's funny, so 4th of July, give me a Google real quick. Let me just show y'all this. This is where the joke is at, and this is where you have to become somewhat smart, all right? Type up 4th of July on Google. Show it to the people. 4th of July, the 4th of July. Put it up there for them. All right. Give me all I want is zoom in on the Wikipedia. Right here. What does this say right there? 4th of July. Independence Day. Independence Day is a federal holiday in the United States commemorating the Declaration of Independence of the United States on July 4th, 1776. Having some of you, I'm refraining from even calling people names tonight, but some of you folks, I seem to remember, couple weeks ago, you was talking about Juneteenth. If we just look at it logically, right? If we could have mathematics on our side, right? 1776, was you even free if you had to celebrate a Juneteenth, which was what? 1865? Right. So 1776, you are not free. If you celebrating, people went out Juneteenth for General Order number 3. We got really our independence and free. Why then, if you celebrated that and then you going out and pop fireworks? You come on now.
You're a hypocrite.
It just shows you. It shows you the level of a childlike mind that our people have. You were not free in 1776. You are not free now, all right? But understand some things, and we got some clips tonight to show, and viewer discretion advised, all right? Is advised because the clips we have to show you is very sad, okay? Part of this problem is religion. I would give 95% of our problem as a people is our religious ideologies that we hold. I will give it 95%. Somebody can challenge me on it, but I'm going to bring out so many different crucial points. The way we live is based upon religion. People take chances based upon thinking God got them. When we look at the Bible, Christ would never take a chance. Even when Satan told him to jump off the temple. You can't tempt the Lord. So you got to look at these things. And then the level of how we look at each other has been erased. It's not biblical. Everything now is based upon a religious ideology of thinking that you have some type of false love. But in meanwhile, all of these things are happening. So pay attention tonight. Make sure you have a 1611 King James Bible and really tuck in. Psalms chapter 69 and verse 22. We're going to open up with the book of Psalms. All right. Chapter 69 and verse 22. Pay attention. We're going to bear with us tonight. All right.
All right. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Bless. Happy Sabbath to all. The book of Psalms, chapter 69 and verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them.
So when it says let there, underline that there right there, it's talking about you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanic natives whose fathers are of Negroid and of Indian descent, the children of Israel scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, primarily in the North, Central, and South America, being called by different names, being in different ideologies, all right? And that table is the Bible, the table. So David is sending this prayer up saying, let their table become a snare before them. A snare is a trap, something that's going to catch you if you're not being aware. Right. So the Bible, a lot of our people are not aware of it. They can quote the Bible, certain scriptures, quote them, and even some quote them wrong. You can quote it, but are you living it? Right. Can you go into the principles of this book and understand how to escape danger? No, you cannot. Because if that was the case, we would be gathering ourselves together, as the Bible states, because we are a nation that's not desired. So our table will become a snare. Watch this. Come on.
And that which should have been for their welfare.
And that which should have been for the welfare, which is these scriptures, to show you how you're supposed to live and conduct yourself. It's supposed to be for our welfare. And even the scriptures show you how to obtain wealth.
Oh, yeah.
Read.
Let it become a trap.
The Bible says, let it become a trap. Now, somebody should be going, well, how is that possible? You know, why would David say this? Bear with us. We're going to get to that, because you're going to understand something about the nation that we're in. Our nation is very rebellious. Okay? They will not hear the words of God. And they surely wouldn't hear what we're saying. Read the next verse.
Verse 23. Let their eyes be darkened.
And you can see this play out when Christ hit the scene. Their eyes are darkened. They can't even see the illumination. Why? Because men love darkness. Read on.
That they see not.
Come on.
And make their loins continually.
Come on.
To shake.
You don't understand what the loins shaking really means until you go through that trauma. And some of us has been through that trauma over, most of us. Those traumas just continually come because of what our people has done. Come on.
Verse 24. Pour out thine indignation upon them.
Righteous anger upon them. Come on.
And let thy wrathful anger take hold of them.
Wrathful anger take hold. All right. Because if you think about it, our people are deceived. But you shouldn't have to be deceived, because the Most High has the truth back upon the earth. So you shouldn't be deceived. That's why, go to Job real quick. 15, I think it's 30, 31. Job 15. Verse 31.
The book of Job, chapter 15 and verse 31. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity.
So let not him. So now you've been deceived. But it says, let not you, if you've been deceived to thinking that Christ, so-called white man, thinking that God loves everybody, thinking that you don't have to keep commandments anymore. All right. What does the Bible say? You were deceived by that. But watch what he says. Come on.
Let not him that is deceived,
come on,
trust in vanity.
Trust in lies. So the bottom line is, you got to find the truth. And if you're tuned into the video, this video will lead you directly to what the truth is. Just keep watching, all right? We're going to show you biblically what the truth is. We understand it because our people must return back to Christ in the keeping of the commandments, period. All right. Now, I'm going to show y'all some videos real quick because, yeah, we know Chicago is at a critical mass level. All right. But it's all over. But 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Miami. Before that, it was Detroit. Next, it was California. Then Richmond. All right. Then you have New York. All these places, these densely populated places, Houston, you know, all these spots, you're seeing great violence take hold. When we say great violence, we're talking about at some level of it, you realize the reckless disregard for our people's lives, just reckless. All right. And it's coming from us. It's coming from us. All of it stems from us. The police do us, it's stemming from us. All right. It stems from us not having respect for ourselves. KPRC. Play that video real quick. Bear with us. I'm going to show y'all some videos in succession. Yeah. Yep. Let's go with that. Let's go with Houston. Unbelievable.
Afternoon, police are still looking for the man who they say shot and killed a mother and injured her 1-year-old son. KPRC2's Vincent Crivelli spoke to the victim's sister.
Good afternoon. The sister of the victim is outraged. She says the shooter is the baby's father, who is out on bond. She says the justice system failed her family when he was released from jail. Shots fired, 4 bullets strike a mother, while 1 hits her 1-year-old son.
I'm sad, but I'm angry. I'm more angry than I am sad.
This is Jazz Coulivaly. Her little sister, Layla Steele, was killed in the shooting.
I raised her basically growing up.
Steele's 1-year-old son, Zeus, was shot in the leg. Today, he's undergoing surgery, according to Coulivaly.
But the hardest part is that my sister died and it could have been prevented.
Detectives believe the killer is the baby's father, who has an ankle monitor and was out on 7 major felony bonds.
So my sister had a protective order. He was arrested for violating the protective order, and that case was dismissed. Now my sister's dead.
If you could speak to your sister's killer right now, what would you want to tell him?
I will tell him he's a coward and maybe he should have stayed where he belonged, which is in prison.
This afternoon, Mayor Turner's holding a press conference to address the homicide rate in Houston, which is about 40% higher than it was at this time last year.
Pause. You hear that? All this is happening all over the United States and all over the world where our people are at. The homicide rates have almost doubled itself. It's actually borderline in coming to triple. But they're trying to have meetings on it. They don't have the answer. They don't have the answer, folks. Understand that. Now this young lady has lost her life, and that man shot even with a child in the car. Okay. So now, you ladies that's out here, we've been telling you the whole time, it's who you deal with. It's how you putting together the family. It's how your mentality is. You might like thug loving. It's going to cost you. Because when somebody don't have the spirit to build a family, you're going to receive the opposite. There's no middle ground. Get them off of there, man. This is sad. Let's go to the next sad news. Okay, Houston 11. Watch this. Watch this. Yep. Watch this, folks. Some of y'all should have seen this.
We have new details now in a tragic story that we brought you this morning. We have now learned a mother of 4 who was shot and killed overnight was pregnant. Her 6-year-old was also killed in that violence along with the children's dad. The gunman still on the loose. Our Michelle Choi has been following this story all morning and has the very latest.
Reka, this story is so heartbreaking. Overnight, even investigators told us this was a difficult scene to process. Now, this morning, I spoke to several people who say they're related to the mom. They tell me the horrific shooting happened on this second-floor apartment. Inside at the time, a mom, dad, and 3 of their kids. Only 2 of them survived, the 10-year-old daughter and her 1-year-old baby brother, who the family says she protected as she called for help.
We wouldn't have had no witness if the 10-year-old didn't live. So that's a sad story. That's very sad.
Early this morning, family members swarmed the apartment desperate for answers. They say despite getting shot in the arm, the 10-year-old managed to call her grandma via FaceTime, who then called police. When officers arrived, they found the little girl's mom, dad, and her 6-year-old sister shot and killed. The 10-year-old was rushed to a hospital and is expected to be okay. Her baby brother wasn't hurt. Tarkisha Wright says she is the mom's cousin.
Whoever came to do this heinous crime meant to do this. He didn't want to leave no witness. He didn't shoot the 1-year-old because he can't talk.
Wright says the little girl told the family this all started when a man wearing a mask knocked on their front door last night. Her dad answered, holding her baby brother, her mom telling him he had the wrong apartment. That's when the family says she witnessed the man grab her baby brother by the hair and throw him on the couch before gunning her and the rest of her family down. Scared, she says she played dead until he left. Wright says her cousin and her boyfriend, who had 4 kids together, recently announced they were expecting their 5th child. The couple's 8-year-old son wasn't home when the shooting happened. Heartbroken, the family is now demanding justice.
I hope who done this pay for this, because they did not deserve this.
Right now, police don't have a motive or a description of the shooter. They're asking anyone with information to please give them a call. Reka.
Get him off of there. So, man goes up, shoots, try to kill his man whole family. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see the way. You just can't possibly see it. And this is continual. I mean, you can go through whatever you want to go through, but you got to realize something. Let's go back to Psalms real quick. Not only did he kill her, the lady was pregnant. She had a child in her. Kill the child, kill all of them. Try to execute the whole family. So obviously, it's a spirit out on the earth where you got this grudge match going on. And our people, they don't understand but for being lawless anyway. So it's now to the point where somebody like, I'm going to kill you and your whole family. Even though your family might not have nothing to do with this. You did it. But I'm going to kill you and your whole family. Let's go back to Psalms 59 and start at verse 8.
The book of Psalms, chapter 59 and verse 8. But thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them.
Come on.
Thou shalt have all the heathen in derision.
So if you line up, a heathen is the other nations, but Israel has lined up themselves to live like the other nations. So guess what? You're living as a heathen. Watch this. Come on.
Verse 9. Because of his strength will I wait upon thee.
Come on.
For God is my defense.
See, you have to make the Most High your defense, because you can't rely on the way that man handles things. They're talking about having meetings in Houston. Remember, they was like, the mayor's having to start to have meetings because of the violence. Ain't going to work. Watch this. Come on.
Verse 10. The God of my mercy shall prevent me. God shall let me see my desire upon my enemy.
Watch this. Come on.
Slay them not, lest my people forget.
Come on.
Scatter them by thy power and bring them down, O Lord, our
shield. You need protection, because the way of living as a heathen is destruction automatically, because it's outside of how God said to live. Okay? You living by, I got to get my payback. I got to have my respect, or my name got to be known in the streets as a killer. Listen, I know many people whose name was known in the streets as a killer, especially growing up in California, Southern California, LA area. I know many people who was labeled as killers. Guess what? They're not here. Now they're labeled as dead men. All right? No, and I'm sure wherever you brothers and sisters live at, you know people who was labeled as a killer. You might know them now. It's all trickling down. It's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time.
That's all it is. All right? But watch this. Come on.
Verse 12. For a sin of their mouth.
For a sin of what?
For a sin of their mouth.
Come on.
And the words of their lips.
In the words of their lips. Come on.
Let them even be taken in their pride.
So it show you how you supposed to even how your speech should be. That's why the Lord say, let your speech be seasoned with salt. So when you're speaking, even your communication, how you dealing, supposed to be all 100% different. But we got this whole, let me shoot at the ops. I got, these are all, it's like a video game. If you go on YouTube and you type up on the top, it has little titles. Hit the video game, John. Hit gaming. You're going to see the rap game, people shooting at people, all kind of stuff. It's not a game. Real high power. Come on.
And for cursing and lying.
For doing what?
And for cursing.
And for cursing, come on.
And lying.
And lying, come on.
Which they speak.
Which they speak. Which they speak. Pay attention, come on.
Consume them in wrath. Consume them that they may not be.
Come on.
Let them know that God ruleth in Jacob.
Let them know that God ruleth in Jacob. So no matter if you don't want to be an Israelite or you don't care about the creed, you don't care about your heritage, the God still rules. You're going to feel that wrath. Watch this. Come on.
Unto the ends of the earth.
Because you can't tell me that there's not a higher power that's authorizing these things. A man knocks on the door and kills a whole family. It's spawning for us. Here, listen, folks. It's those type of things. If you're a spiritual person, your spiritual antennas is up, you go, uh-oh, God knocking. He's trying to show us something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's showing us that there's a lot of evil people, and these people are not returning back to the Most High. So you have to keep yourself safe. And now it's to the point where it used to be on the streets where when you get a whole family hit, it's behind some major money. Now it's behind Twitter beefs and Instagram disses.
Yep.
So here's the news flash for you police officers, because I know y'all watch the program too. You need to go back to your higher authorities. You need to go back to the officials. We're going to be doing it. And what we would like to see is if anybody is in a gang, if you're a gang member, if you're gang affiliated, we put you on notice one time.
Yep.
Listen, we outlaw gangs now, so you can't be affiliated like this. Criminal activity. We give you one notice. Now, afterwards, you still want to continue like that? What we must do now is we must execute you. We got more guns than you. We got more bullets. So now we're going to come for you before you kill other innocents. Now, somebody might not agree with that, but that's biblically sound. Because what we're going to show it. But you have to put for the crimes, if you want crime to stop, the judgment has to be equivalent. You can't smack a person on the wrist. Oh, he's a killer. He got 7 felonies. He beating on his baby mama. He's got a baby mama. He's not working. He's a loser. Let him back out on the streets. And then he goes and kills the lady, and who knows who else. He might got a couple other bodies on him. But then you look at that and don't see where God's judgments will solve all these problems. You got a problem.
You know something? We always pull this in camp, but we never read it through. Do you think we need to just? Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you read this, y'all, honestly, we always at camp, and we tell our people this all the time, especially when we at camp. But we never read it all the way through. I mean, I know sometimes we normally don't sometimes, but we never read it all the way through.
I don't know if they can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Oh, put it in the comment boards if you can hear them.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I loud? I'm loud.
Yeah, they can hear you.
They can hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, what I was saying was we always pull this particular scripture at camp, and I just feel that at the end of the day, when you read this, you understand exactly what the elder's saying. We're going to show you something. We go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22, and I'm going to look at it because we're simple right now. Think about this for a second. We do the same thing, expecting different results. And it says, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Now, we tell y'all all the time about the scriptures, about things that are happening, the death angels out here. We told y'all this last year. We said this time, we're telling you this is going to be one hell of a summer. Lord's will, okay? We live to see it. Verse 23, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and you refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. We keep telling you, this is what's going on. No one wants to listen. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. You don't want to be corrected. Like the other scripture said, verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
Highlight. If you don't have this scripture highlighted, mark it, underline it, because we're going to show you a precept. Why he's saying what he's going to do.
He says, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They were none of my counsel. They despised all my reproofs, all the correction. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turn away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them.
That's why they look at America. All right. And it show you don't want the reproofs of the Most High. He's showing you over and over again. He's showing you in all these deaths and murders and everything is happening. Now kids are being killed.
Yup.
All right.
I just wanted to bring that out.
Right. Yeah, that's excellent. Let's go back to Psalms 59.
I got you.
Verse 13 again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 59 and verse 13. Consume them in wrath. Consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that God ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Selah.
Come on.
And at evening let them return, and let them make a noise like a dog.
Let them make a noise like a dog. A dog represents the other nations. All right. Because what the Bible states is that the other nations are bastards. The Most High is supposed to be looking out for. There's a God in Jacob. But now, because you have turned away from him, you operate like the nations. Watch this. Come on.
And go round about the city.
And go round about the city. Watch this. Come on.
Let them wander.
Come on.
Up and down for meat.
For meat, for substance. Come on.
And grudge.
And do what?
And grudge.
That's why you seeing all the shots. Let them grudge. Come on.
If they be not satisfied.
If they be not satisfied. That's why you can see. Go to Fox 32, the surveillance footage. Show them that real quick. Fox 32 surveillance footage. Say let them grudge if they be not satisfied. They're never going to be satisfied because you ain't operating like the God said to operate. But you have the audacity to celebrate 4th of July, all of this man's holidays, but you don't have not one inkling to return back to Passover, return back to first fruits, do what God says, keep the Sabbath, but you going to do 4th of July? So rightfully so, the God going to tear your behind up. And this is what you're seeing. Already there's been 15 shots. Already 7 bodies right now, today. Watch this, though. Watch the surveillance. Right. Check this out. This is how fast it happened. Boom, boom. Shots. Now, mind you, none of these people have been caught.
And a special city council meeting on violence convened this morning. It's still in session right now. This is a live look. Superintendent David Brown, he's been on the hot seat facing hours of tough questions about the bloodshed and the police department's plans. Yesterday, 32 people were shot, including 3 young children.
Thank you very much. Is outrageous. It's insulting.
That Southside Alderman Ray Lopez took offense when Superintendent Brown asked to shorten today's special meeting.
Well, Brown suggested that it's a distraction for him and his top deputies. He said that unless they get back to work quickly, killings may occur that would otherwise be prevented. And to join us right now, political editor Mike Flannery is here to talk more about this. A lot of people upset in that city council special meeting.
Emotions are running high.
Pause. Yeah, when you hear something like this, we need to be out there. You're dispatching people. You making decisions, but the point is, them men supposed to be out there. This is where you have what we were saying been saying the last couple weeks. If the police decide to pull back and Esau decide to go, I'm done with this, who gonna govern this stuff? It's already out of control. They can't handle it right now. So what is really happening? What's going on? Watch this.
So many people are being killed, and the fear is we're going to see dozens and dozens shot this weekend, Tia. Brown's request to shorten that meeting fell on deaf ears. Chicago's top cop has now spent hours answering questions and enduring one tongue lashing after another from members of the city council frustrated in the face of another blood-soaked 4th of July weekend. Brown said he's already missed one command meeting this morning, and he absolutely needed to get to the next one.
The most violent weekend of the year, and the tip of the spear, these leaders and myself are here, and we're here to inform you of our plans. But our time is impacting public safety, costing lives. We were up all night last night.
The superintendent said yesterday's carnage, 32 shot, 4 dead, is what kept him, Chief of Patrol Brian McDermott, and Deputy Eric Carter up last night. They're hoping to prevent the next step in Chicago's classic cycle of violence.
Pause. So 32. This was today, y'all. This meeting was today. Yesterday, 32, 4 dead. Right now, today is up to 10. So my point to it is, he's saying that, oh, we need to be out there. But when is it? They're going to see how this works is they're going to start feeding on themselves. They're going to try to get rid of them. That mayor lady out there, they just had a press conference with her. I'm going to show y'all that little debacle. But watch this. Watch what happens once now it starts to touch close to home. See, it's touching their areas now where they live. So watch what happens.
Series of retaliation killings. Now, that often requires a minute-by-minute redeployment of police officers as gang factions, heavily armed, as you just saw in that video a few moments ago, deploy their own firepower. Some aldermen were unimpressed by Brown's plea. The 15th Ward's Ray Lopez let him have it. He said Brown could have scheduled today's public hearing by agreement earlier in the week.
We know the violence that's in our streets. We know what happens. And to say that the entire department cannot function because the 3 of you are here is outrageous. It's insulting.
He is
Yesterday, we had over a dozen people shot, 3 children. One of my neighbors.
See?
Earlier in the week,
See?
Mayor.
Pause. One of my neighbors. It's now it's outrageous. But this stuff has been happening for years.
How long they didn't call this place Chirac? They made a movie about it.
Get him off of there.
I mean,
man.
it's like, it becomes an epidemic when it hits home for them. Same thing with drugs. As long as drugs was ravaging the blacks and Hispanic neighborhoods, it was not really a big deal. But as soon as it started hitting Esau's neighborhood, suburbia, it became what you know as an epidemic. They had to put a stop to it. It became a war on drugs. But when it comes to it's dealing with violence, violence is always going to be here because why this place was founded on violence. As a matter of fact, the very July 4th they want to celebrate, the Revolutionary War was on violence. So let's not get caught.
And they mentioned about the gangs, because it's gang on gang, violence is happening, all right? Because it's payback, it's grudges. Go to James 5:9. James 5:9. Remember, let them wander up and down for meat, and grudge if they be not satisfied. The only way you're going to be satisfied, to be honest with you, is that you follow the Most High. The meek, it says when you read in the book of Psalms, it say the meek shall eat and be satisfied. Right? I think it's Psalms 22. I'll go there. Read that real quick.
The book of St. James, chapter 5 and verse 9. Grudge not one against another, brethren.
Brethren, come on.
Lest ye be condemned.
That's what we're seeing. Lest ye be condemned. The ultimate condemnation, of course, would be because you ain't following Christ. And when the Most High puts you to death and send your spirit back up there, you're going to be under the ultimate judgment. All right? Lest ye be condemned. Come on.
Behold.
Why I said behold, meaning look. Come on.
The judge.
The what?
The judge.
The judge. Come on.
Standeth before the door.
You ain't going to be able to get away. So all of the things that's happening to us, you folks that are watching, you folks that may have tuned in, and somebody calling you and saying these things, hey, tuck in. You want to understand, because even then, people could be in their houses. Bullets could come through the windows and everything else. So you want to have yourself protected by returning back to the Most High, as Christ said to do it. That's why it's so important. If a lot of this stuff right now would be so wiped out by 2 or 3 laws, be honest with you.
But remember what we always say, that we love to pull this, and I love to do this for the reason is to let people know, like you just said, a protective hedge, right? The book of Psalms 34 and 7.
Yeah.
I mean, we see people think we just be saying stuff and making this stuff up like it's rhetoric, but we go right to the scriptures. It's going to prove the point. That's what protects us. That's why when we lift the prayers up, we pray for that protective hedge.
I got it. It says, Psalm chapter 34 and verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him.
That fear him, because the fear of the Lord, Psalms 111 and verse 10, is just telling you keeping of the commandments. So once you fear the Lord, keep the commandments, this protective hedge is going to be around you. Go ahead.
And delivereth them.
And delivereth them from evil. So that's why when we keep telling y'all to tuck in, keep the commandments, we giving y'all the public announcement, letting you know the warning is to go home. Keep these commandments. Get tucked in. Get everything you need, all your supplies. This is war.
Because you've been fearing the Lord's judgments.
It's
going out. You don't understand. The Lord is judging. You seeing little kids getting hit.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Verse 9. O fear the Lord, ye his saints, for there is no want to them that fear him.
There's no want to them so it's no lacking.
Right.
There's no lacking to them that fear him, because the Lord give you everything. He supplies you with the protection. He supplies you with the wisdom to say, you know what? We know the so-called demonic July 4th is coming up. We're going to stay our behinds at home, get tucked in, realize the death angel is out there. He's out there doing his job. We supposed to take heed, listen, and, and just, like I said, you stay protected.
ABC 7. Let's go to ABC 7 Chicago. It's fine if you got to start to realize, and we're showcasing them, but they ain't the only ones. I mean, just to be honest with you, the spotlight is on Chicago, but it's just as many deaths happening in California as in Chicago. Miami alone right now. Pick your poison. Richmond. Shoot. At one point, the 757 was running neck and neck.
Shoot, Petersburg now.
Yeah.
Petersburg.
I mean, come on now. It's everywhere. But that goes to show you it's everywhere where our people is at. We got some lawless people out here. But we have to get a hold on this because the judgments is weak. If you have a person, first of all, who's making the guns? Can you please show me one of our factories? Can you show me a black and Hispanic factory that's making guns? Can you show me the black and Hispanic business that's making gunpowder? Can you show me the black and Hispanic business that has a factory that's producing high weapon artillery, shells? Can you show me a black and Hispanic mine that they're getting these brass shell casings and retrofitting them for guns? Can y'all show me this? Don't be simple. But it's being delivered to us because we're in a cycle of money. Don't make no mistake about it. Chicago gonna continue in the cycle because it's making money for a lot of people. And a lot of people are lobbyists. Those lot of people that's involved with this, it's news. It's the hospitals. It's the morgues. It's the police department. The police department must be paid because the violence is so high. You got to pay these men. If that was Mayberry, 2 officers on duty. Run it. Yep.
Rob, police say that most recent shooting in Marquette Park, about a little bit after 11 o'clock last night, may have involved gang retaliation from another gang shooting that happened more than a year ago. But they say the only person who was killed was apparently an innocent bystander. Police say when 3 armed men walked up to a party at 63rd and Artesian last night, they knew who they were looking for. It was part of an internal gang conflict. And when they opened fire, they left a torrent of bullet casings, with 11 people shot and one 37-year-old Nyoka Bowie dead.
Hard-working person.
Pause. You notice, you ladies, you women out there, you notice you getting caught up in shrapnel. You getting popped left and right. You ladies out there, yes, you are getting killed. All right? You getting killed. And you thought that you was somehow giving liberty up in this country. Think again. All right? This is happening every place. I seen Brother Sadak put it up. In the South, they're going bananas out there. They're going crazy. Really? Oh, you know, if you know any place like New Orleans gonna really just, things is gonna happen. All right? So, but that's anywhere our people are at. Come on, y'all. Let's get it together. Let's understand. Come on, play it.
Williams says Bowie had no children of her own, but often watched his young children. Friends say she preferred the name Yogi, and she normally avoided outdoor gatherings out of safety concerns.
We'll have all our parties inside because that's where we stay safe. It's just this one day she was caught at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Police say they're still early in their investigation, talking to witnesses and looking for video in the neighborhood.
No sound?
Might lead them to more information about the suspects.
No sound? Hold on, y'all. Hang on, y'all. Get it off of there real quick. We'll try to fix it for y'all. Give me the mirror. I want to show them that clip. See if it works. me the mayor.
Should happen. Unfortunately,
I'm going to
what's
play a clip
happening
from this. Watch this,
here,
y'all.
And particularly over this pandemic year, is there are a number of people that are out on electronic monitoring.
Let me know if y'all can hear.
Look, we know from March, April, May of last year that Cook County Jail was a COVID hotspot. There was a rampant increase in the number of COVID cases that were there. Now, we as a city are not responsible for Cook County Jail. Nonetheless, our public health department worked with Sheriff Dart and his staff to provide testing and other guidance on how they could reduce the spread of COVID-19 in Cook County Jail. And we were happy to do that. But as a consequence of that decompression of Cook County Jail and other things that have happened, there was a significant increase in the amount of people that are out on electronic monitoring. And the facts are the facts. Some of those people are dangerous. Now, having said that, obviously we respect due process rights. Every charged defendant has an absolute right to his or her day in court, and a significant increase in the EM population. That's a problem.
I want y'all to pay
Now,
attention.
It's not the city of Chicago's problem to bear, but we're going to. We're going to step up. We're going to provide more resources, because I think there's an opportunity to turn people away from a life of crime, but you've actually got to reach out to them and try to intervene. Now, some folks won't take that support, but for example, I asked the chief judge, as part of the order of release, require them to engage with community-based resources that are available for them to help support them. I'd still like to see that as part of the standard release order, that these individuals must be monitored.
Everybody's
and one way in which
blaming
to do
everyone.
it is through community-based organizations that I know are ready, willing, and able to step up and provide supports. And as a city, again, it's not our responsibility, but we're willing to put money behind it so that we can provide those kind of resources to these county pretrial releasees. The other issue, though, is this. Aside from the morale of the police, when somebody has shot up a neighborhood and they're released on bond or electronic monitoring within 24 or 48 hours of being arrested, what message does that send to the victims? A lot of times when we have these discussions, the rights of the victims gets lost in the shuffle. And I want to make sure that doesn't happen. Go ahead.
I guess the question is if you can link these people being freed to new cases, to new shootings.
Yes, I mean, I think the superintendent gave several examples today. One of the shooters who killed Jasmine Adams, the 7-year-old in the McDonald's. There are a number of instances. The individual who was on EM who fled, went to Ohio, and tried to shoot, I think, state troopers there, and ended up getting extradited back. There's a long list. Now, we can agree to disagree on many things, but the fact of the matter is there are people who are out on electronic monitoring. One of the most, I won't say favorite, but one of the most interesting stories was someone who was out on electronic monitoring who had figured out how to jerry-rig the juice for their ankle bracelet into a cigarette charger and was caught with a weapon on Lakeshore Drive. That was last summer. So there's plenty of evidence that there's an issue. Someone brought up the issue today of folks who are AWOL. I've heard Sheriff Dart say that he's got 1,000 people that he can't account for.
Gosh,
who
all
cut
right.
their ankle.
So listen, there's 1,000 people, violent people who's doing crimes that they can't even account for. So what you think is going to happen? This shows you something. Let's go to the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1. You folks pay attention to this. So their press conference on her, if you was to go back and you watch it, they asked her a question because she tried to say that crimes was down in a press crime. They try to rely on statistical numbers. That doesn't work when you are the statistic. You can't rely on statistical numbers and you are the statistic. It happened to your family. It makes no sense. All right. Let's read that. Hosea 4, verse 1.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
It's over and over again. This even happened in ancient times. It's happening now. With our people, the Lord has a controversy with us. It's a problem. Come on.
Because there is no truth.
There is no truth. Come on.
Nor mercy.
Nor mercy. Come on.
Nor knowledge of the God in the land.
There's no knowledge. So obviously everybody with crosses on, screaming Jesus and everything, you don't have no knowledge of what you're supposed to be doing. Come on.
Verse 2. By swearing.
By doing what?
By swearing.
By swearing, come on.
And lying.
And lying, come on.
And killing.
And killing, doing murders, come on.
And stealing.
Come on.
And committing adultery.
All this, come on.
They break out.
They break out. It's a problem. It's like we showed you that they just pulled up, start shooting. It happens just that fast. They break out, come on.
And blood,
come on,
toucheth blood.
And blood toucheth blood. Killing each other. Come on.
Verse 3. Therefore shall the land mourn.
Therefore shall the land mourn. Come on.
And every one that dwelleth therein shall languish.
Shall languish. That's why you see in all these press conferences all over. Houston, wherever you at, Miami, Florida, Chicago, New York, Richmond, Virginia, all right? D.C. is up there. They wilding out there too. The young boys stealing cars, killing people, shooting in broad daylight. The crazy part is that video that y'all saw, they didn't catch them. But yet, they're on camera pulling up in a car. Why they can't catch them? Come on.
With the beasts of the field.
With the beasts of the field. Come on. The people. Come on.
And with the fowls of heaven.
And with the spirits. Come on.
Yea, the fishes of the sea.
Come on.
Also shall be taken away.
So it's using these tangible creatures to look at man. Okay. And what this is evidence is that we ourselves are creatures, but we don't know how to conduct ourselves. Come on.
Verse 4. Yet let no man strive.
Yet let no man strive. Why? Come on.
Nor reprove another.
Because they hate the Most High reproofs. We just read that. Come on.
For thy people.
Come on.
Are as they that strive with the priests.
They are they that strive with the priests. What that means is, remember, all of these things that they're doing is supposed to be an end. If somebody's lawless, you're supposed to understand how to correct that. Go to when it says strive with priests, go to Leviticus 6. Leviticus 6 and verse 1. I'm going to read all the way down to 7. Leviticus, the book of Leviticus, chapter 6 and verse 1. So we're reading these things, but make no mistake about it, some solutions that have to be put forth, and we're in talks with some people, all right, behind some solutions to this situation. We know what the problem is, and we know how to fix it.
All day.
Leviticus 6 and 1. Come on.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 6 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses.
Come on.
Saying, if a soul sin.
But you hate Moses. Come on.
And commit a trespass against the Lord.
And commit a trespass against the Lord. By not following his commandments. Come on.
And lie.
Being a liar. Come on.
And to his neighbor. And that which was delivered him to keep. Or in fellowship. Or in a thing taken away by violence.
That's what the fellowship is. Put in the comment boards. What is the fellowship? All right. Or in fellowship. Or in a thing taken away by violence. Put in the comment boards. What is that? What would that be? Or in fellowship. Yeah. That fellowship would be gangs. All right. Grouping yourself together with the other criminal elements. Yeah, being with the multitude to do evil. Come on.
Or have deceived his neighbor.
Uh-huh.
Or have found that which was lost, and lieth concerning it.
Come on.
And sweareth falsely.
Remember, we just read that, all of these attributes in the book of Hosea. Come on.
And any of all these that a man doeth, sinneth therein.
Come on.
Then it shall be, because he have sinned and is guilty, that he shall restore that which he took violently away.
Come on.
Or the thing which he have deceitfully gotten, or that which was delivered him to keep, or the lost thing which he found.
Come on.
Or all that about which he had sworn falsely, he shall even restore it in the principal.
Come on.
And shall add the fifth part more thereto.
So because he did it, you're supposed to restore and add a fifth part to it. All right? So you're supposed to give back what the principal would have been, and that which the damages that it caused. In other words, if a person if you stole a person's glass crystalware, and you got caught, but he was going to sell that glass crystalware for $1,000, you must restore him what it was supposed to be. The principle of it, he might have bought it for $5, but you must restore it. The principle of it,
what he was going to sell,
it for. Come on.
Yep. And give it unto him to whom it pertaineth.
Come on.
In the day of his trespass offering. And he shall bring his trespass offering unto the Lord. A ram without blemish out of the flock, with the estimation for a trespass offering unto the priest.
So we have Christ now. So you don't even need that. You have the lamb. You have the he lamb without blemish.
Yep.
So you bring your estimation, whatever the cost would have been, you would have bring that in that spirit of Christ. And that spirit that you coming in to restore that brother could change the whole scenario.
Yep.
Read on.
Verse 7. And the priest.
You see, but you strive with priests. You don't want to hear the words of the Most High. You get rid of the priest. That's why this is being read. They don't want this. If you add the priest right here, this could eliminate the situation. Read.
And the priest shall make an atonement for him before the Lord, and it shall be forgiven him for anything of all that he have done in trespassing therein.
Trespassing against the Most High and trespassing against his neighbor. Because you read the prayer in Matthew 6. Yep. But here's the kicker in the head. Where are these priests at? Where are the righteous judges to go, okay, this is what he was supposed to restore him by estimation, restore it to him?
How can you do that when they say the laws are done away with?
Exactly. So by not even, this can fix a lot of situations.
Right.
All right? But instead, blood touching blood, and there's no resolution. Now you have just years of grudging happening. Months and years of grudging. Okay? But you don't realize, because you're not keeping this, the Lord's judgments is following you. Go to Zechariah 7. And you know another thing that this causes? I'm going to be honest with you. Remember go to the Rebel HQ. 7, hold that. Watch this. Play this real quick. You got to play this. This is crazy.
Are you a father? No, but you're not a father. You don't understand, my nigga. Third time. This is the third time this has been taken from me.
Make sure, because these videos, they have, people cursing, profanity, all kind of stuff. So make sure you tuck your kids in or whatever the case may be, even though some of y'all, the kids hear that from y'all, okay? Let's just talk about it. So, but we're giving you a warning right now because these videos, they raw. So play it.
Disturbance report.
Yelling in the hole.
And that was Patterson, New Jersey police officer Spencer Finch.
Yelling in the hole. Get the fuck out of here. Put your fucking hands on you.
Pause real quick, man. So you see, this is what we're showing you. All of this stems from our own lack of respect towards each other. For how we conduct ourselves, we are not respected. Because they do this to women. They power drive women in the ground. They smack kids. A couple months back, a kid got a Chinese man shot the kid. Remember, he was just trying to get his bike.
Yeah, 6-year-old kid.
Yeah. But in so many cases that's happening because people are not, we don't respect ourselves, so you can't, they're not going to respect it. He just walked up on this man and smacked him in the face.
Open hand smacked him.
Watch, go play it again.
Just rewind it. Are you a father? No, but you're not a father. You don't understand, my nigga. Third time. This is the third time my kids have been taken from me.
It was a domestic disturbance report.
Yelling in the hole.
And that was Patterson, New Jersey police officer Spencer Finch.
Get the fuck out of here. Put your fucking hands on me.
That's it. We gave you a fucking chance, bro. I gave him a chance to put his hands on me. I gave him a chance to put his hands on me. We told you to chill out so we can solve the problem. That's it. You didn't record him, hit me.
You pause it real quick. You hear the woman? She's so frantic. She literally believed like, dang, they can kill him. Yeah, but you got to think about it. She's frantic. Please stop. Please stop. It's chaos. It's madness. Watch. Play on.
Bro, that's some bitch ass shit, my nigga.
Stop resisting, Brandon.
I'm not resisting, yo.
Just relax, please.
That's some bitch ass shit, yo.
Brandon, please relax.
Yo, you saw him punch me in my shit.
Relax.
You saw him punch me in my shit, dog.
With the man in handcuffs, Finch did this.
Look me in my eye, little nigga.
No, please stop.
Spencer Finch has now been suspended without pay and
Oh, he just that man put his knee into him. I mean, play.
And charged with 4 felonies: assault, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, misconduct, and filing a false police report.
Hello, everybody. I'm David Schuster, and thanks for joining us. This incident happened on May the 26th. In his report that night, Officer Finch wrote he told the man he was under arrest.
Pay attention.
And that the man refused to put his hands up. The body camera video from another officer contradicts Finch.
He lied.
Yelling in the hole. Yelling in the hole. Get the fuck out of here.
Officer Finch also said the man tried to headbutt him, prompting the knee to the face. The video shows that was also a lie. There was no physical provocation.
Look me in my eye, little nigga.
No, please stop.
According to an arrest document in June of Officer Finch, quote, Officer Finch said he did not activate his body camera due to the severity and fear that imminent harm and bodily injury would occur. Or he deliberately kept the camera off. It's not a stretch to imagine he thought he would get away with all of this. But then, investigators in Patterson, New Jersey discovered the other officer's body camera was on the entire time. The body camera footage is the key evidence against Officer Finch, and the footage was just released to the media by Patterson, New Jersey's mayor. He said he wanted to make the video public, quote, to increase trust, accountability, and transparency between the Patterson Police Department and the community it serves. That is the right approach from city officials. The mayor and the prosecutor should be applauded for the release and for the charges against Officer Finch. However, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about why Officer Finch was on the jump to begin with.
Get him out of there. Get him out of there, man. So you see the lack of respect towards this nation as a man, being a man, for another man to come up to you and smack you in the face. Okay? We have serious, serious problems and issues. We need divine intervention. That's why we have to line up. Okay? We cannot afford to continue to live in the mind state of the nigger kingdom. You can't. You have to come out of it, and we have to start coming together. We have to start reasoning with each other. And what I mean by coming together underneath righteous principles, all right, that's what we have to do. But that's even hard to do, even when you're in the truth. You start to come back, you realize we need divine intervention, because the nation is so out of order and so put forward in chaos that everything is bad, man. So you wonder why the God is setting forth judgment. Earlier, you see the man step up and said he had a 7-year-old shot. Go to the WGN. This is why all this stuff is happening. You can't respect this. This 7-year-old was shot because it was in retaliation to her dad, her father, or being with people who peed on someone's grave. I'm going to show you.
Morning, a family pleads for an end to violence after a 7-year-old girl was shot to death.
Glenn Marshall joins us live from Stroger Hospital. Glenn?
Yeah, good morning. It's another senseless gun violence situation that we're dealing with right now. Now, the father of that 7-year-old is inside Stroger Hospital, recovering from one gunshot wound. He was with his child yesterday at their favorite restaurant, well, the daughter's favorite restaurant, which is McDonald's, when those gunshots rang out and she was killed. Take a look at this picture that we have of her. This is Jaslyn Adams. She was with her father in that drive-thru at the Westside McDonald's near the corner of Kedzie and Roosevelt. It was still daylight, just a little after 4 p.m. when police say someone opened fire on that car the 7-year-old was in with her father, who was 28-year-old Jonte Adams. She was shot 6 times. Her father was hit once in the torso. Police said they tried to save the little girl by administering CPR while taking her in a squad car to Stroger Hospital. That's where she was later pronounced dead. Now, Jaslyn went to Cameron Elementary School, and her family told us the little girl loved to dance and make TikTok videos. She was affectionately known as Pinky to her family and close friends. Her family said things that she loved to eat was McDonald's, and that's where the place where she lost her life. Her siblings and the rest of her family are now left heartbroken. They joined the chorus of people who have a message to anyone who's thinking about pulling a trigger.
Y'all, please put the guns down. Our kids want to play. My kids can't even go out the door because of this gun violence. Y'all, please put the guns down, please. My 8-year-old baby says she don't even want to go out and play because she's scared she gonna get shot.
If you had any kids, have you ever took your kids to McDonald's? Have you ever took your kids to eat? You pumped 6.5 bullets in that baby. That don't make you a man.
Whew. Get him off. Woo. But you don't want to return back to the Most High. You realize you're that detached from not realizing reality. This is happening now. We just showing you. Listen, we showing you a small piece. It's other kids. That one video we showed, a baby got shot in the head. That baby's dead. Zechariah 7 and verse 9. And all behind, y'all going to be celebrating 4th of July, and the Most High is going to be setting forth judgment still. Come on.
Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 9. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, execute true judgment.
Execute true judgment. Execute true judgment. Come on.
And show mercy.
Come on.
And compassion, every man to his brother.
Come on.
And oppress not the widow.
Come on.
Nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart.
Because what happens is these songs allow you to imagine evil, because constantly they kill a nigga, kill a nigga, kill a nigga, over and over again. You're imagining evil in your heart against your own brethren. And that plays out over and over again across the whole country, across the whole world. Read.
Verse 11. But they refuse to hearken.
But they refuse to hearken. Remember we told y'all to underline that. They refuse to hearken. Watch this.
And pull away the shoulder.
And pull away the shoulder. When someone's trying to get to you, you don't even want it. That's even some with the kids. Some of your kids. Our kids are like that. Oh, we don't want to hear that. Well, therefore, you're going to be on TV crying. Read.
And stop their ears.
Come on.
That they should not hear.
Come on.
Yea, they made their hearts as an adamant stone.
They made it hard like an adamant stone. Come on.
Lest they should hear the law.
Lest they should hear what?
The law.
Lest they should hear the law. Read.
And the words which the Lord of hosts have sent in his spirit by the former prophets.
And you will hear the words which the Lord sent in his spirit by the former prophets. That's why we're reading it. We understand how to escape it. Read.
Therefore came a great wrath.
As a result of that comes great wrath. Come on.
From the Lord of hosts.
From who?
From the Lord of hosts.
From the Lord of hosts. Come on.
Therefore it is come to pass.
Come on.
That as he cried.
Therefore it will come to pass as he cried to tell Israel to come back. Read.
And they would not hear.
And they will not hear. Read.
So they cried.
So now they cry. Now you're crying. Read.
And I would not hear.
And the Lord, he won't hear. He going to turn. He going to laugh in the calamities. Remember we told you to mark that down because it's going to come right back. Read.
Saith the Lord of hosts.
Saith the Lord of hosts. Come on.
But I scattered them.
But he scattered us. Now we all over the place and this same thing is happening. But I scattered them. Come on.
With a whirlwind. Among all the nations whom they knew not.
Come on.
Thus the land was desolate.
But you living like the heathens. Come on.
After them, that no man passed through, nor returned.
You have no rulership. Come on.
For they laid the pleasant land desolate.
It could have been, we could have had our own nation. We could have solved this problem easily. Go to Deuteronomy 21. We can solve all of this. You want us, give us a shot at it. We can tell you what to do. We'll go right back to what God said. Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18. This is what we're going to do to all you gangbangers, all you people who are rebellious, anybody who don't want to listen to the God right now for what he said to do. This is what he said that we need to do.
Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son.
That's who they are. Come on.
Which will not obey the voice of his father.
Come on.
Or the voice of his mother.
Come on.
And that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
Even if they chastened them, beat them, put them out, do whatever, and they will not listen. Come on.
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him.
And do what? Come
and
on.
bring him out unto the elders of his city.
Come on.
And into the gate of his place.
Come on.
And they shall say unto the elders of his city.
Tell us. Come on.
This our son is stubborn.
He a gangbanger. He want to go out and participate in illegal activity, even though we told him not to. He has guns in our house. He has bullets. He's a person who's drinking. He's a person who's swearing, lying. He got all his friends. He laying with all these little girls. These girls are over here disrespecting us. All kind of stuff is happening. Take his butt to the elders. Read.
This our son is stubborn.
Come
and
on.
rebellious and will not obey our voice.
He ain't listening. Come on.
He is a glutton and a drunkard.
Come on.
And all the men of his city.
And all the men of the city. So everybody in Chicago, everybody in Louisiana, everybody in Florida, Richmond, Virginia, wherever you at, all the men of the city supposed to come together. Read.
Shall stone him.
Shall do what?
Shall stone him.
Put his behind the death. Read.
With stones.
Come on.
That he died.
That he what?
That he died.
That's the word of God. Read.
So shalt thou put evil away from among you.
Do you hear what it say? So shall you put evil away from among you. So all these little gangbangers, you want to be from these cliques and everything else? All I got to do is go on Instagram. All I got to do is go on Facebook, social media, all your little platforms and look at you. Oh, this is a gangbanger. Send him a notice that if he don't stop gangbanging, if he don't stop this lifestyle, we're coming for you. We gonna come for you. Now you don't worry about your ops. We gonna be your ops and we got more guns than you. We gonna come for you and we gonna kill you. We gonna put you to death. See, that's when you have your own rulership.
Yep.
We don't have that right now. We don't have our own rulership to go, we can eliminate this. All these kids and everybody who want to shoot up, all these people who you want to beat on your wife, you want to do all this stuff, bring them to the elders, and we know what to do with them. And guess what's going to happen? Because the judgment is so stiff, I guarantee you, you ain't going to have nobody talking about, oh, I'm from this hood or I'm from that hood. I guarantee you.
Let's find out if Christ concur with this.
Right. That's the key. You say you follow Christ.
Let's find out what Christ had to say about this. The book of Matthew, chapter 16. Because sometimes y'all think that the Lord, for some odd reason, you think he just making things up, right? Matter of fact, I think it was verse 15 and verse 4. There we go. That's what I wanted. St. Matthew. Let's find out what Christ had to say since y'all talk about Jesus, right? Let's find out if he's in agreements with this in the book of Moses, since y'all hate Moses so
Matthew
much.
chapter 15 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and thy mother.
Uh-huh.
And he that curseth father or mother, let him die to death.
Let him do what?
Let him die to death.
That's what the Messiah said. So really, Christ is in agreement with what we just read. That was the precept. So it's just letting it be known. That's why a lot of these youngsters are being put in the ground today.
Because God doing it.
God is allowing it to happen to them.
So if you think about it, you police chiefs, you people who want to have some type of authority and get paychecks, if you have the authority, won't you go ahead on and go on Instagram and everything else and start documenting all of these people who want to be affiliated with gangs, and document the commenters too. People who are on the comment boards egging it on, get them too. They're accessories.
You better believe
Let's
it.
hit all of them.
Exactly.
We can fix all this immediately. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's easy to be fixed. But I guess, I guess they don't really want to return back to righteousness. But the Bible said judgment shall return unto righteousness.
But see, what we could do though, same thing what you just said, take those guys with their skill sets and put them over at the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
And let them use their same weapons and let them go over there and get down with the real boys.
Yeah, go get with the real
Get with
boys.
them when they shooting back at you, because you shooting at people unarmed who you know can't fight back. Go over there and use your skills and put your behind those lines over there at Gaza Strip over there where they shooting over there for real. Okay? You got kids being trained. Them people over there, they ain't playing. They're not playing, playing games. See, this is life or death. See, when you start doing that, you're going to start thinking before you start acting like that.
Drop their butts right off. So and then you will start seeing some respect within the nation.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have the Chinese man or the East Indian man shooting our people down and everything else.
And we shutting the culture down too.
Yeah.
All that killer nigga stuff, that's out the door, man.
Yep.
We're going to start getting some truth music up and to uplift our people. We getting tired of that because it was never like that. Because now, when we was coming up, yeah, we listened to some music, but the stuff they're doing now is influencing our children to do a bunch of nonsense. And you think that there's no backlash on that?
You see the rappers getting popped left and right.
Tell me about it. And what are they rapping about? Like I said, you start preaching about the scriptures. You start gravitating towards life. We love death more than we love life.
Won't somebody figure out cures for like cancer?
Right.
Figure out how to, advance technology, come up with some different things. Be resourceful. But instead, only thing you care about, sports.
Yep.
Drinking, partying. Oh, it's going to be 4th of July. You hear people talking all at the stores. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a barbecue. We're going to do this and that.
But check this out, though. Ain't it funny how ironic it is? Here in Virginia, they just passed a doggone bill so you can go smoke more weed.
Yeah.
Just in time on July 1st, just in time for them to get turned up, to go get lit, as some of y'all want to say.
And down there close to the beach, and even in Miami's and everything, you don't realize something.
Right.
Those people want you to kill yourself, just even in Chicago.
Right.
The areas where our people are at, because you got to remember, if you look at history, historical-wise, they pushed our peoples all to the city, what they call ghettos.
Yep.
Now, even in Richmond, they don't want you down there.
Nope.
They don't want you close there. Jackson Ward, they don't want you there.
Nope.
They're pushing people out. So what they going to do? Kill yourself.
Yep. And then what they're gonna do is once you kill yourself, brothers and sisters, like they always do, they're gonna move you and give you a voucher, move you somewhere else so you can kill yourself there, and then take the areas where you was historically living at and drive the property value straight up and kick your butt somewhere else.
Yep.
They're doing it right here. They're giving these people vouchers and they're kicking them out.
We learned about it almost 11, 12 years ago.
Right.
When they started. See, this man thinks in sessions. He don't. It ain't like, oh, he gonna expose it right away. He do it in sessions. Here's the voucher.
Remember Darrell, the brother used to be with us, and we had to go pick the brother up from the project. We picked him up to come study. He told us back then what they were doing. They already had this stuff already set up.
Yeah.
This man thinks years in advance. So meanwhile, you keep killing yourself over a hood that ain't even yours.
And they just, here's a voucher, you want to leave? It's dangerous over here. Leave.
Mm-hmm.
You pack up and leave.
And I bet you can't go back over there to even visit nothing because they're going to have everything shut down because what Esau does, he gates everything off. You step over there if you want to and see what happened when they over there.
Yep. Somebody put the same thing in Harlem. Yeah.
Yep.
All these plots.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
Look, the means, money is a means to an end. Lord's will, we get that podcast going.
Yes.
To where we can showcase some things for y'all folks, especially in this day and age where you have the cryptocurrency and everything else coming.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be smart.
Yep.
But we are so in tune to madness that we can never look to the resources on how to better ourselves as a people. Everything to better ourselves as a people is doing with entertainment. Come on, man. Is that real? We need doctors.
Mm-hmm.
We need people who understand law. We need people who understand the technologies that's coming out. If the so-called Chinese man say forget it, we shutting down our semiconductor plant. A lot of people don't even know what that entails.
Yep.
And our people are so relied upon everything else and we're predicated on somebody helping us.
Yep.
Or giving us a handout or dictating to us what we should do, that we are not self-efficient enough. We're not. We don't even know how to begin that. But when you turn back to the Bible, all right, you turn back to our righteous codes and conducts, it puts you in the mind state of understanding how to build.
That's right.
There's numbers in this book. We're not going over the principles online. We're going to do it offline. There's principles in this book, higher level principles dealing with all type of things. You just have to be able to tap into it. But how could you tap into it if you're in constant madness?
Look, listen, let's heal our nation, not kill our nation.
Right.
That's all we keep doing. You want to rep your hood, help your hood. All that foolishness. It's crazy.
Go to that Roland Martin clip real quick. Somebody asked for it.
Amazing.
Somebody asked for it about the Chinese guy or whatever, Moab, who shot. I think it was Moab who. Yeah. Go to I think they caught it on video. Go there. Yep. 29-second mark. Start there.
You want support?
Right there.
Bike from his neighbor's front yard. Watch this.
Rewind it a little bit.
6-year-old boy is recovering at home after being threatened with a sledgehammer and then shot as he retrieved his bike from his neighbor's front yard. Watch this.
Seemed like a peaceful day.
The child's father, Arnold Daniels, says his kids were outside on their bikes when they stopped and left one of them in front of Ryan Lewin's home. When Kobe went back to get his bike, Lewin came out with a sledgehammer in his hand and said something to the child. After that, Lewin went into his home and shot a gun through the front window, hitting Kobe in the arm. Luckily, the bullet went through the child's arm. Doctors told Daniel that had the bullet been an inch in either direction, it likely would have killed Kobe. Lewin was arrested and charged with assault with intent to murder. He was released on a $10,000 bond.
For murder? Or
The emergency
he
motion
could
has been
have
filed.
the intent to murder, and he's released. This shows y'all how much respect. It shows y'all how much respect we get.
But listen, but it was the other way around. Somebody shot the Asian, it'd have been Asian hate, right? It would. No, I'm just saying they just signed a bill about Asian hate.
Right.
Now, if it was the other way around, somebody shot an Asian kid, what they would have done then? Just showing y'all, man. Listen, we had to march for ours, right? All the Asians had to do was say Asian hate, and they got theirs.
So the crazy part about it, you get rolling off, because we'll put the link up if y'all could probably find it. When his panel started talking and stuff, one of the ladies said, execute him immediately. Don't need to go to court or nothing. So she was like, well, send for a judgment. The other people was like, let's talk about the legal ramifications. To what? The man tried to hit him with a sledgehammer, then went inside and shot at a child. All right? But this goes to show you there's a spirit that's hanging around the nation, and our people are not realizing it. And if you don't realize this, the Bible shows you you're really in let's go to Numbers real quick. Numbers 14:27. This is what remember what the Lord said. Y'all got to realize who's causing all of this. All right? Numbers 14:27. The Lord had to say this about the Israelites.
The book of Numbers, chapter 14 and verse 27.
Uh-huh.
How long shall I bear with this evil congregation?
With this evil congregation. What makes us evil is we refuse to come. We'll say that we love the Lord, but we refuse to return back. You got people who are in Islam talking about they love Jesus. Yeah, you got all kind of crazy. You got coexist movements. You got all kind of fashions in here. Every time something happens, if y'all listen to the videos, somebody going, Lord Jesus, help us. Read it again.
The book of Numbers, chapter 14 and verse 27. How long shall I bear with this evil congregation?
This evil congregation. Evil. You know what makes us evil? We will not return back to the Most High. Come on.
Which murmur against me.
Come on.
I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel.
You know what you do when you murmur against the Lord? You say the Lord doesn't care if you do evil. The Lord doesn't care how you are. You could be any way. That's what really murmuring against the Lord really means. You just say, I don't think that's what it means. No, God told you to keep my commandments and live. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's what it means. Yeah, you're leaning to your own understandings consistently. That's the problem with our people, all right? In a nutshell, the Lord called it an evil congregation who does that, okay? You can't be that. Mark 7. So Mark 7 and 6. Honor, how do you say? What the Lord said, they honor me with their lips. Yeah. Go there. 7 and 6.
The book of St. Mark, chapter 7 and verse 6. He answered and said unto them, well have Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
But their heart is far from me. What that means, folks, is that this is the contemporary thought. Yeah, I love the Lord. Yeah, Lord Jesus, help us. Thank you. Lord, help this. Every time we showed y'all a couple weeks ago, man, they still robbing and stealing. Soon now they get locked in. They want to start praying and calling on the Lord.
Yeah, that was funny.
Come on. No. You got there's some problems, all right, that you don't really understand that is causing our whole nation to just be in a complete disarray. We're showing you small inklings of really the reality of what's happening. But for us, we got to come out of the madness, okay? 2 Chronicles 7:14. We got to really come out, y'all. Yes, sir.
2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves.
Shall do what?
Humble themselves.
That's a big if. Because in order to be humble, you have to admit that, hey, wait a minute, God is in control. I need to pay attention, and I need to return back to him. You need to humble yourself to the scriptures. Come on.
And pray.
And then pray. But how could you do that when the Bible states that if you turn your ear from hearing the law, even your prayer should be an abomination. So you turning your ear from hearing what God say to do and then have the audacity to send up prayers?
That's crazy.
Big time. Come on.
And seek my face.
And seek my face. Seek his identity. Seek his identity. Come on.
And turn from their wicked ways.
And turn from their wicked ways. What would be wicked? Everything that you're doing contrary to how God said to do it. Like celebrating days that he didn't never tell you to celebrate, which makes no sense. Like 4th of July. And make no mistake about it, it's not going to just be guns. Somebody going to get their hand blown off. Somebody going to have to go to the hospital because they playing with fireworks and firecrackers. Talking about they just doing. And then you got to realize something. A lot of our people don't even care nothing about 4th of July. They just doing it to be mischief.
Yep.
Yeah, to think that they turning up on something.
Yep.
All right. But read on. Read that again.
It says here, if my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven.
Then will I hear from heaven. Come on.
And will forgive their sin.
And can forgive us. If that's the case, then we getting out of here.
I know that's right.
We're going back to righteous principles where somebody can feel great about, I left my door open. Ain't nobody going to steal anything. I dropped my wallet. I dropped something and now it's gone. Because surely in these places right here, you drop a wallet, it's gone. All right. But you got to realize he will forgive our sin. Come on.
And will heal their land.
And will heal our land. We'll get back what the Bible calls the kingdom. Okay. But you can never get that if you don't understand righteous principles. A righteous government. Isaiah 9:6. Righteous government. So we showing y'all a little bit of things, all right, especially tonight. But the public service announcement is to stay home. Don't go into these places. Don't go out talking about, it's my own cousin's party. It's my family. My family is doing this, so I'm safe. Nope. Shut it all down. Tuck in, all right? And when the dust settles, you pop your head up Tuesday and see what happens in this system. Watch. Just watch. Okay? If you listen, the Lord can keep you safe.
Yep.
All right? Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6. For unto us a child is born.
So we have the system and we have the solution to the problem. We understood Christ was given to us. We can add the mercy. We understand that Christ is coming for judgment as well. So we have the solution is there. It's on to us now to make ourselves ready. Because for unto us, the Israelites, a child was born. Come on.
And to us a son is given.
A son was given. Come on.
And the government.
And the what?
And the government.
And the holy government of Christ and the Israelites. Read.
Shall be upon his shoulder.
Shall be upon his shoulders. He gonna lead the way. Read.
And his name.
And his name, come on.
Shall be called Wonderful.
You can only understand wonderful because if you're illuminated. All praises to the Most High that he woke us up to pull us out of this, because we could have been in any form of this. We could have chose, if the Lord didn't wake us up, I can speak for myself personally.
Yeah.
We could have been like, listen, they killed my cousin. I'm going to get him.
Yep.
Read.
Counselor.
Counselor, because you reading the scriptures, taking counsel from the Most High. Understanding that the Lord has illuminated you on how to understand this. Read.
The mighty God.
The mighty power. Read.
The everlasting Father.
These are all the titles that's upon Christ. Read.
The Prince of Peace.
The Prince of Peace. Peace between what? Who? Where? How? We in chaos. The Prince of Peace is once you return back to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Come on.
Verse 7. Of the increase.
Of the increase. Come on.
Of his government.
Of his government. Come on.
And peace.
And peace. Come on.
There shall be no end.
There shall be no end. Because this is talking about an everlasting kingdom of rulership of righteousness. Read.
Upon the throne of David.
Upon the throne of David. He's the son of David. Come on.
And upon his kingdom.
And upon his kingdom. Come on.
To order it.
To do what?
To order it.
To order it. So it ain't going to be out of order. You ain't going to have press conferences talking about what do we do because we got somebody that don't want to listen. To order it. The Lord going to put forth judgment. Read.
And to establish it.
Come on.
With judgment.
With what?
With judgment.
With judgment. That's how it's going to be established. Kingdoms are established with judgments. I don't understand why you think that Christ ain't coming back and putting forth judgment. They have lied to y'all. Read.
And with justice.
And with justice. Come on.
From henceforth.
From henceforth. Read.
Even forever.
Even forever. It's never going to end. The kingdom is going to be set up and it's never going to end because it's righteousness. How are we going to get this? Read.
The zeal.
The what?
The zeal.
The zeal. Read.
Of the Lord of hosts.
Of the Lord of hosts. The host is the Israelites. Read.
Will perform this.
Will perform this. So you devils understand something. It's a small time right now while the earth is out of order. But once the God set forth Christ back upon the face of the earth, it's going to be established with judgments. And when that day come, ain't nobody going to be able to stand because the Bible tell you already, every knee will bow. It's gonna bow. The book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29.
The book of Acts chapter 5 and verse 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey God rather than men.
You better obey the Most High, especially if you ain't never listened to nothing, especially this weekend.
I know that's
you better
right.
obey the Most High rather than man, because guess what? Supreme judgment is already upon the face of the earth, and the Lord is setting forth righteous judgments. You brothers and sisters, tuck in. Do not worry about no 4th of July, no celebrations or none of that. The righteous men, if you ride by, especially this weekend, you got brothers out right now spitting the truth out, okay?
Right.
Lord's will, we'll be on the streets tomorrow warning the people, all right, to stay safe and tucked in.
That's right.
Visit the website, IsraeliteSaintsOfChrist.org. Remember, they wanted to shut that down, but you devils, of course, will never stop the movement, okay? All praises to the Most High in Christ. Continue to do the job, man.
That's right.
Okay? We are winning. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, we are winning. Okay? All praises to the Most High in Christ. With that, we say shalom.